right now. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Looks good to me, brother.
Okay, good. Because it's so weird, dude. On every, like, if you listen to my post race interviews, I am so loud. But during broadcasting, I come across fine.
That's weird. It might just be the way that the other guys broadcast.
Maybe. I don't, yeah, I don't know.
Because
It's strange.
I went into my actual sound mixer settings on my computer and toyed around with everything. So I've got everything at different levels.
Yeah, I did the same thing. And then I have a noise suppression gate and all that other, all those filters and everything else. So I don't know. That's weird.
Apparently, John watched the broadcast last week.
Yeah. Well, as soon as you guys started talking, he went back and watched it.
Yeah,
So
he sent me a message. He's like, you said you needed to talk to the owner of Loose Lug Nuts about something. I was like, it was just a joke. It was about bringing back fast repairs.
that's funny.
I didn't know if he was about to get pissed off or what. I was like, I was just kidding, Ron or John. So I'm thinking about doing the camera angles like they would an actual short track race, like from one vantage point.
You could do that.
Yeah,
All
where
you,
you,
all you got to do is do a TV 3
yeah.
and then set it as standing so it doesn't move forward.
Well, no, I want it to move with whatever we're watching, and that's. I mean, I'm sitting
No,
in the.
no. I mean, that way it doesn't move in and out. Because, like, if I hit Control F12, let me try that again. Control F12. Then Control Z, and I can make it so it's a fixed position, but aim type different.
Hmm. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it to do it. I gotta remember how I did this because I changed some stuff in one of them.
It's happening again. Extra Life, the 24-hour gaming marathon where gamers across the world raise money for our local Children's Miracle Network hospitals. It feels good to do something we love to help kids, but it feels great to get closer through the magic of game. We enter as friends and leave as real-world heroes for sick kids everywhere. Sign up online. Extra Life. Play games. Heal kids.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Blow-By Racing Night of Champions from Volusia Raceway. This is Close Course TV with Ronald Klein and Brandon Murray. Ron, how you doing tonight, man?
I'm doing wonderful. Thanks for asking. We're here at Volusia Speedway, and boys are out there doing some qualifying laps, enjoying the show right now.
Yeah, they had some pretty good laps put down in practice today, so we're going to go around the track and see. Looks like David Peterson is on point right now. Let's see here. Who else do we have on track?
Got Dylan Gonis. Looks like he put down. He's got the fastest time. He's a little off of his qualifying or his practice time, but the times are starting to come down.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like Corey Tuggle actually just went to the point with a 16.620. And Dylan Gonis is second with a 16.663. As you watch Dylan Gonis go into turn 1 and 2, trying to get the spot back from Corey. It looks like he's going to shut her down here. Right now you got Cody Gagliano in third, Andrew Fessenden in fourth, Dave Peterson in fifth, Nick Wiley in sixth, Trevor Redding in seventh, and Garrett Potts is eighth currently of the drivers to take time.
Here we go in fastest in practice is now on track watching the number 68 of Brandon Thornhill coming through three. Coming out of four, got her a little sideways, getting good grip. Throws it down into one. We'll see how that line sticks. Good bite off of two, it looks like. Got good speed on the backstretch. Throws it in there a little bit more sideways than I think he wanted. That's going to slow his lap down. He really had to back out of it to keep from going around.
Yes, he did, but that lap he just laid down was good enough for fifth. So we'll see if he can improve this time as he comes down the back straightaway into turn 3 and 4. Real quick, before we get too far along, I kind of want to tell the viewers what tonight's all about. So there's going to be 3 separate races tonight for the Blow-By Racing Series. This is their Night of Champions. They will be crowning a champion at the end of the night tonight. We're going to have 3 races, one here at Volusia, one at Knoxville Speedway, and then we're going to wrap everything up tonight with some action from Eldora. I think we're going to have 3 pretty good shows based on what we've seen so far this season, Ron.
Yeah, we were with them last week at, yep, can't even remember where we were, to be honest with you. I've been doing so much racing, watching so much racing, but had a few quick cautions early in the race, and then from there it was just a great battle, actually. Really impressed, and we had to watch... got to watch 2, 3, 4 car battles at a time.
Yeah, they had some great battles right last time we were with them. Right now we're watching Ray Richer come down the backstretch. Looks like he smacked the wall a little bit going into turn 3. See what kind of qualifying lap he can put down as we have about a minute 20 left in this qualifying session. Ray Richard and Garrett Potts, 2 new faces to blow by this week. Actually were brought over by Brandon Thornhill from Loose Lug Nuts Racing as well. So we have some experience running with these guys. Looks like Brandon Thornhill is actually back on track to see if he can't complete another lap and try to improve upon his 16.084 that he ran.
I'm not sure. I think they only get they get 3 laps according to the sheet I've got here. So they get 3 laps to try to put down their best time. I think Brandon was possibly just out there running additional laps to try to get a feel for the track.
That might be right.
Ray Richer coming for his last lap, I do believe. Got a pretty good run going here. Still showing no time though. So maybe he was either past the 3 laps or he might have touched the wall and we didn't see it.
Yeah, I know he hit the wall for sure on his first or second lap. We saw that live. So about 2 seconds left here, and we're going to run through our grid in just a moment. I want to let you guys know the point standings real quick. Right now, your top 6 in points is Cody Gagliano with 960 points, Corey Tuggle with 890, Trevor Redding with 885, Brandon Thornhill in 4th with 850, Nick Wiley in 5th with 840. He is tied with Dylan Gones with 840 as well. These are all guys who have a legitimate shot at winning this championship tonight.
Oh, what was the points difference between 1 and 2?
The points difference between 1 and 2 is 50 points. It's 960
Wow.
to 890.
Wow. That would almost, I don't know how they run their point system, how many points they get for what, but that would almost take the points leader wrecking out all 3 races tonight, wouldn't it?
I don't think so. They do their points a little bit different than most asphalt leagues do, so I'm not sure how many they have to have, how many they get for a win. So,
Copy that.
all right. So what we're going to do now, we're going to run through our grid um, after qualifying here. So starting on the pole will be Corey Tuggle in the 324 car. Second will be Brandon Little in the number 12. Third will be Trevor Redding in the number 25. Dylan Gonas will be 4th in the 27. Cody Gagliano will be 5th in the number 10 car. And Brandon Thornhill will start 7th or 6th in the number 68. Ron, you want to take it from here?
A 00 of Andrew Fessenden will be rolling off 7th. David Peterson driving that number 35 car. You'll look at that number 35 car. He's sporting a red, white, and blue with some red rims. The 11 of Nicholas Wiley will be rolling off 11th. Number 40 of Garrett Potts will be our final qualifier in the 10th position. Last 2 guys did not put in a time. 44 Ray Richer be 11th, and Derek Redding rolling off 12th. I believe pace car is going to be ducking off here. We're about to go green, and back to you for the call for the green flag.
All right, and pace car's in. Green flag is out. Looks like Corey Tuggle gets off to a pretty good jump there. Leads him down into turn 1. But he has...
Little on the outside. Gets a great run on that outside.
Yep, he sure did. He got around Tuggle there going into the corner. Tuggle's going to have to get off that bottom if he wants to make something work. Because they got Dylan Gonas breathing down their throat.
Looks like the middle's the place to be right now.
Yep.
Oh, with the 324, there must be some drive off the bottom there, because Brandon Little really lost some time there. Tuggle still struggling down low though.
Yeah, he is. He's getting a run off turn 2 now, going down the back. Let's see if he can make it stick through 3 and 4. He's going to try the slide job here, maybe. Nope, he keeps it on the bottom, and Brandon Little just pulls away from him coming off of turn 4.
And we see Tuggle move up a little bit, going through 1 and 2. A little bit of action further back. The 11, the 35, and the 44 battling it out. Ray Richer trying to make a move on the number 35 car. Not going to be able to make that stick. Moving back forward. Caution comes out.
Caution is out. It looks like it's going to be involving Garrett Potts and Derek Redding. Let's see if we can find out what happened here. Look like coming down the back straightaway. Garrett Potts gets into the wall, hits it hard, and Derek just ran into him and turned them both around there. So pretty big damage for that number 40 car of Garrett Potts in his inaugural race here.
Yeah, these, as you and I spoke earlier, I like to watch the races, but I don't like to drive these cars. You did give me some tips, and I might try them out, but definitely not a late model guy.
Now these cars are the Webster definition of a handful. I'll go ahead and tell you that much. For you guys who have never driven these cars, definitely get out and practice before you get into a hosted lobby. These guys are professionals, somewhat. So we're about 7 laps in of 50 laps here at Volusia. Right now, Brandon Little is your race leader. Corey Tuggle is second. Dylan Gonas is third. Fourth is Trevor Redding. Brandon Thornhill in the 5th position. Cody Gagliano in 6th. Andrew Fessenden in 7th. Nick Wiley running in 8th, Dave Peterson in 9th, Ray Richard in 10th, Derek Redding 11th, and Garrett Potts rounds out your top 12 and the field. So from what we've seen so far, Ron, what line do you think is the best around this track right now?
I think it's a combination of two different lines through the two different corners, which is pretty common in dirt track racing. It looks to be momentum based, but if you get just down enough coming off that turn, off that corner, you can get a lot of bite. So if you give up just a little momentum coming in, it looks like you can get a lot of bite coming off, staying in that almost two grooves up, not quite in the middle of the track, but I saw Corey Tuggle doing it right towards the end of that caution there, and looked good there. As we go back green, Little gets a good jump. He's on the bottom. Tuggle's just his outside, not going to be able to get beside him yet.
No, it looks like he's going to try to cross him over going into turn 3 here. But it doesn't look like it's going to work as Brandon Little gets a run off the outside coming out of 4 going into 1.
Tuggle down underneath the number 12 car there. They were side by side going through the corner, but Tuggle gets bogged down a little bit. Can't stay beside that number 12 car.
Yeah, but Little's going to get the run coming off of 4. Tuggle's going to try to get up to him here through 1 and 2. He's able to close the gap a little bit, but I don't think it's going to be enough to try to make a pass going down into 3. As we come off of turn 4 to complete lap 11, Brandon Little is still your leader with Corey Tuggle in 2nd, Trevor Redding in 3rd. And Trevor Redding's actually starting to run him down a little bit here, Ron.
I'm really watching. I'm kind of sifting through the field to see what the guys are doing in terms of what lines they're running, what they're doing. Everybody's kind of seems to be running about the same line right now. I do see where you're talking about Trevor Redding. Got a really good run off of turn 2 there.
Yeah, he did.
Not so much through 4. Pretty even with Tuggle. Let's see there's a little bit of a different line there, and we'll see if he can close the gap. Not much, not really. He didn't get enough bite off that corner, and he gets up into the marbles here. That's really going to slow him down a little bit. Lose a little bit to the 324, and looks like Little is changing his lineup now.
Yeah, I saw that. It looked like he went a little bit lower through 1 and 2. Maybe he's found something down there that might work, or maybe he was just trying something for later in the race. As we come off of turn 4 to complete lap 15 of 50 here at Volusia Speedway, Corey Tuggle is still trying to find a way to get back up to Brandon Little. And we'll take a look a little bit further back in the pack and see what's going on with the guys back there. As you're watching Brandon Thornhill now come across the start-finish line and dive it down into turn 1.
Big slide job here from the 11, and no problem whatsoever. Dives underneath the 44 and moves on forward to the next spot.
So that'll put Nick Wiley up to 9th and move Ray Richard back to 10th. Meanwhile, out front, it's still Brandon Little on the point with Corey Tuggle trying to run him down, and Trevor Redding right there behind him. Looks like the 40 of Garrett Potts is in the wall there.
I think he was slow. I think he's just trying to keep from bringing a caution flag out. Kudos to him for doing that, making sure not to get into anybody or cause any problems.
Yeah, it's definitely a heads-up move there, knowing what's at stake tonight in these races.
Leaders are getting closer together here. Tuggle's found something, or the 12, while we were looking at the back of the pack, the 12 either slipped up or that the 324 has found something, because he's closed up on the 12, but I think the 25 is closed up on the 324 as well. Who knows? Maybe Little's playing with him, because now he seems like he's pulling back away. Nope, he's a little bit high going through 3-4. That could cause him to lose a little momentum.
It doesn't look like it. It looked like coming through 3 and 4, he was able to pull away from Tuggle a little bit. As we're 22 laps into a 50-lap race, and he's pulling Tuggle again. So
yeah, he got a huge pull off that corner.
I think Tuggle's trying everything he can to get up there too, but I don't think he can do too much when he's got Trevor Redding breathing down his back. As Redding goes to the inside of Tuggle through 1. Let's see if he can make it stick coming out of 2. Nope, doesn't look like it. Looks like Tuggle's going to pull away from him there a bit. But Trevor had a huge run coming out of turn 4 this last lap.
Little change in his lineup again, or doing maybe trying something different, or maybe it was a mistake. But he tried. It looked like he tried the same line twice there on the same lap. So I think it was intentional.
And he's still down there. So
yep, I think it's intentional. But he's losing big.
He lost a lot of ground coming out of turn 2 that time to Tuggle. And he goes right back to that middle groove that everybody's been running. Oh, it looks like Garrett Potts is in the wall again, right in front of the leaders. Luckily, he was able to keep it up there. And that will bring out our second caution of the night for Garrett Potts in the outside wall. Let's take a look at that and see what happened. This looks like coming off of turn 4, he got a little sideways, and going down on turn 1, he just slammed the wall a couple of times and spun him around. Luckily, none of our leaders were involved in that one. That could have been really big.
Kudos to Mr. Potts for going out there and trying to run with these guys, but may not be the best time to go out there and try to run in a late model.
Yeah, well, again, like you said, kudos to him for trying. Not everybody wants to get out and race these things. I know I'm hesitant to do it, so for him to go out there and do it, man, hats off to that guy for doing that. So let's take a run through your field real quick. I'll grab the first 6. I'll let Ron get the last 6. First is going to be Brandon Little in the number 12 car. Corey Tuggle going to be second. Trevor Redding third in the 25. Dylan Gonis fourth in the 27. Fifth is Cody Gagliano in the 10. Brandon Thornhill is sixth in that number 68 car.
And the 00 Andrew Fessenden is in 7th. Seems like this is exactly where we handed off before. I don't think Andrew's lost or gained any positions. Dave Peterson is sitting back in 8th position in that number 35 car. Nicholas Wiley finds himself in 9th position with about just over 20 laps to go. Maybe by the time we go green, 20 laps to go. Ray Rich is still out there, started 11th. He's up to 10th. And Garrett Potts and Derek Redding are both in the pits. So we just got 10 cars out here right now. Going to try to battle it out for these last 20 laps and 21 laps probably actually, and see who can do what. What do you think here as we come to take the green flag?
No, I don't think anybody's able to do anything with Brandon Little. I'll let you get the green here, Ron.
Green flag flies and Little gets a good jump. Tuggle got a good run on the outside. We'll see what happens, what line Tuggle takes, and he went to dip down below. That really slowed down his momentum. So telling me that the track's starting to really dry out.
Yeah, I agree with that completely. And here comes Dylan Gonis up to third. Where did he come from?
And Brandon Thornhill was in almost a 3 wide situation there. He finds himself back in 6th position still, but trying to move forward. That number 25 car has dropped from 3rd to 5th.
Yeah, I see that. He's let Dylan Gonis and Cody Gagliano get around him. And
big attempt here by the 324. He threw it in low, did not stick, but he's still beside Brandon Little as they go down into 3 and 4. He's going to try to make that bottom work. I don't think it's going to work. Little's going to have a ton of momentum, carries him around, but he's doing it the short way around the track here.
Sometimes that's the way you need to go. It looks like he's going to get a good run down the back going into turn 3. Let's see if he can make it stick through 3 and 4. He washes up the track just a little bit, and it's going to be Brandon Little leading that lap. Corey Tuggle's still on the inside, though, making a hard charge here.
Do you see a slide job in the future, or do you just see Tuggle just running it down, staying down on the bottom there?
No, Tuggle's going to slide job him. I know Tuggle well enough. He's gonna slide job him at some point. He might hang out there just till it gets to the end of the race, but
gotcha.
But there will be a slide job.
This is the best battle. I don't know where you're focused, but I'm scanning the field right now, and the best battle is up front.
Now, I don't think we can take our eyes off of it.
I thought maybe he might pull a slide job there, but Nope, not gonna happen.
And they slowly got Cody Gagliano trying to close in on them too here. Somebody we haven't really
Yep.
talked much about tonight.
Nope, he's been ever so quietly sneaking his way forward. Now Tuggle got a really good run down the front stretch there, but
Yes, he did.
still not. Still not.
Oh,
Oh, he might clear him. Nope.
nope. Almost. He should clear him coming out of this quarter. I would be surprised if he didn't. And
So
Tuggle
looks like
has the race
Tuggle
lead.
has found the grip at the bottom of the racetrack. That second groove up, they're almost third now, is dried out to the point where you can get a better drive off the bottom. So that's why you see that 324 down there on the bottom. He's staying down there on the bottom.
He's not moving, and now Cody Gagliano's trying to go around Brandon Little too. So um, it looks like that inside line is where you want to be right now.
The question
Almost.
is, did he go down there too soon? I know, I know it's only 10 laps, but did with him and Gagliano going down there, did he go down there too soon? Are these guys, because the 12 is going to go down there now too. So you're going to have 3 cars running down on the bottom. Is that gonna, are they gonna slick that track out or dry it out? I don't see a lot of dirt, dust, a little bit as they slide up, but it still seems like there's grip down there at the very bottom.
Yep. It took so long for that outside line to go away. I think they have plenty of time left in this race to continue to run that line and potentially not have any problems uh, through the rest of
Little
this
gets it
race.
sideways. That's going to give Gagliano a chance to go run down Tuggle with not a lot of worry. Um, so strong for a good portion of the race. Brandon Little was out there front lead and now finds himself in third place. Um, is there anything you think that he could have done differently there?
Maybe just stay on the bottom when he restarted on the inside. He had been trying that bottom for several laps, waiting for it to come in. Maybe if he'd have just stuck it there, maybe it would have worked out in his favor.
Looks like he's continuing to lose time to Cody Gagliano, which I didn't check the gap the lap before. We're at just under a second. We're at 0.841 seconds between first and second. I don't have instant timing, so I have to wait for each lap as they cross. See what the time. Oh, he cut it by two and
Yep.
a half tenths.
Cody
He's
is,
down to
is
0.6.
he is slowly reeling him in. I have live timing that we're looking at. He's down to about a half second now. Cody might have something to say as we come to 4 to go here about the end of this race. He's got a 4/10 of a second gap.
Yep, he's cutting almost 2 tenths off per lap. So with 4 to go, we could see some. Are we going to see the old bump and run or not?
Cody's your points leader. I don't see why he wouldn't bump and run him. They're racing for points, so yeah, I would do it if I were him. I can tell you that much. He's down to about 3/10 of a second now with 3 laps to go.
Really going to have to get a good drive coming off this corner. He did swing it out wide, which should have allowed him to get a good run. Yep, cut just about a tenth off. Oh, he's ever so close. He lost a little bit of time through the exit of turn 2. Just a lap and a half to go.
And he hit the
Oh,
inside wall
They both screwed up. Hit the
on
inside
white
wall.
flag. We're on the white flag lap. This is it. Corey Tuggle is your race leader. Cody Gagliano in second. Looks like Tuggle gets a run coming out of 2
Yeah,
through 3 and 4.
Tuggle's got it.
Through 3 and 4 for the last time. Corey Tuggle will take the checker flag and the win here at Volusia Speedway. Coming home second, it's going to be Cody Gagliano. Brandon Little come across third. Dylan Gonis in fourth, and Trevor Redding rounds out your top 5. So let's see if we can't pull up that 324 and talk to him a little bit. Let's see here.
You.
Corey Tuggle, Brandon and Ron in the booth. You got a copy on us, bud?
Yes, sir.
Man, what a run. What did you find there at the end of that race to get around Brandon Little?
I was mirror driving. That's all I can say. I seen my teammate Brandon Thornhill go to the bottom, and then seeing Cody go to the bottom, and seeing they passed a couple of people, and I was like, that's it. I'm going to the bottom, and I just made it work, man.
Well, in dirt track racing, a lot of times, that will be the case where the line that you run for a good chunk of the race just starts to go away, and we watched you start to close in, and it just happened so rapidly. You know, Little was out there on you by ways, and all of a sudden you just started cutting chunk after chunk after chunk each lap, and then you were beside him, and then you just kept inching further forward, further forward, further forward, and my question to Brandon at the time was, you know, did Little wait too long? Is there something he could have done? And we were both kind of shocked that he didn't go down to the bottom sooner. What are your thoughts on that?
I figured he'd see me inching up on him, and I was waiting for him to come down on me, and I just kept telling myself, just take it easy, just take it easy, just take it easy, and don't take us both out. Just keep it easy. And I was able to get beside him and keep him on the top side, and that just opened the door for me to keep on rolling. I want to thank the Casanos for letting me use this car. I want to thank everybody from Blow By Racing, and I want to thank y'all for throwing this out tonight.
Yes, sir. Honestly, I was really, really nervous. The car wouldn't do much at the first of the race. It was real loose down at the bottom. About halfway through, that bottom just hooked up for my car. I don't know what got into it.
Yeah, we noticed there towards the later stage of the race there, Corey moved down there and was able to get around Little, and you followed suit. And in the weaning laps there, we watched you just cutting a couple tenths off per lap, and thought you had a real good shot of, you know, maybe giving the bump and run. So to all the fans out there, I know you were not able to get to him. Looked like he tapped the wall coming with one to go, but had that not happened and you could have gotten to the back bumper, might have we seen a little bump and run?
Uh, Man, I'd like to think I would, but honestly, probably not because of I am leading in the points, and Corey, if you don't know, is right behind me. I think he's only about 70 points behind me, so I was pretty happy with summing up in the second position. I'm just trying to wrap up that championship, playing it smart.
So do us a favor, real quick, if you don't mind, real quick. Tell us how this point system works. You know, what do you have to do to hold on to the championship? You know, like how many points do you get for winning versus whatever? What do you have to do to finish this thing out tonight and win the championship?
Uh, Honestly, I've been more focused on driving the car than figuring out what I need to do to win. I just want to drive good and be consistent. The point system is set up is every driver that shows up gets participation points for every race we run. And then the leader will get 70 points, and it just drops 5 points from there.
Gotcha. All right. So that gives us an idea of kind of how it goes. Well, congratulations on a great finish, and looking forward to the next two races.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. All right, and that's your second place finisher, Cody Gagliano. Do you think we got time to pull up the fourth place finisher, Dylan Goness, here, Ron?
I would think we should.
All right. So we'll go ahead and get him down here. Dylan Goness, this is Brandon and Ron up in the booth. You got a copy on us, bud? Dylan, you got a copy?
Hello. Sorry about that, fellas.
Oh, you're good. This is Brandon and Ron up in the booth, man. Fourth place, solid run tonight. How you feel about that?
Felt good. The restarts on the bottom was what took me out early in the race, I figure, but started running up high to challenge back, and then near the end there, I figured try the bottom and got my fourth place back anyway.
All right. Do you think you had anything from Corey or Cody up there?
No, unfortunately not. Practice I was running good when the track was a bit more tacky, but as soon as it tapered off there, I was struggling. I think a lot of guys were, but them three up front were gone.
All right, man. Ron, you got any questions for our fourth place finisher?
Uh, well, it's a triple header, so to speak, tonight. So we're heading on to the next track. I'm not sure if it's Knoxville or which one we're going to next, but looking forward to the next race. Are you going to be happy to just kind of be in the top five, or are we expecting a little more out of Dylan in the next couple races?
I'm hoping to do good. I was running second up until last week, but I had to miss out due to a stag. So I got bumped from second to sixth. So these last three races, I'm gonna try and get back up there best I can. Anyway,
Fourth place finish will definitely help you do that. Anybody you want to thank real quick, Dylan?
I'd like to thank everybody from Blow By Racing. I was just one of them guys doing official races, not really learning anything until I bumped into the guys that's founded this awesome team, and they've taught me a lot, and we feed off each other, and we just have fun racing. It's great.
All right, man. Well, again, congratulations on your fourth place finish tonight, man, and go out there and get them in these next two races.
Thanks, fellas.
All right, about getting ready to wrap up here from Volusia. Let's go through your finishing order. Ron, you want to take the first six, and I'll take the rest of the field.
Uh, 1 second. Got to bring up the results here.
10-4.
Oh, can't. I exited out accidentally, so you're gonna have to take it.
All right. Well, Corey Tuggle is your winner. Cody Gagliano came home in second. Third was Brandon Little. Dylan Gones was in fourth. Trevor Redding brought it home fifth. Andrew Fessenden brought it home sixth. Seventh was Brandon Thornhill. Eighth was Ray Richard. Ninth was Nick Wiley. 10th was Dave Peterson. And it looks like 11th was Garrett Potts. And Derek Redding finished 12th. Pretty exciting race tonight, Ron.
I thought so. We had a couple cautions. Probably wouldn't have seen had the normal field been there, and that's not a knock against anybody. It's just probably, like I said during the race, kudos to him for getting in there and trying to, but I don't think I would have. And be interesting to see if we have a different field going into Knoxville. We're getting ready. That room is up. We'll probably be going live here in probably another 30 minutes or so. So really looking forward to this next race and see what happens there.
Yeah, I think it's going to be exciting. Well, thanks for everybody coming out and watch the Blow By Racing guys race around here at Volusia. Catch us here, and like I said, about 30 minutes or so, we'll pick it up from Knoxville on this night of champions. Y'all have a good night. Thanks for coming out.